A very good morning and a happy Friday. Welcome to today's episode of Morning Wealth. Three things that we will talk about: better unemployment data, earnings roundup, and PMI data to watch for the day. US stocks rose Thursday after economic data showed an improving economy and investors monitored negotiations in Washington over the fresh stimulus bill that could further support the recovery. S&P was up 0.5%, the Dow was up 0.5% as well, and the tech-heavy Nasdaq was up about 0.2%. Treasury yields were higher, they were above 0.86, that's the highest since the 9th of June. Energy shares also rebounded in line with oil's gain. Dollar largely strengthened against the G10 basket, though Kiwi advanced and Aussie was flat. Gold fell and Asian equity futures are mixed. We had the unemployment numbers coming out yesterday. The number of Americans applying for unemployment benefits fell to about 787,000 last week. That's according to the data from Labor Department, suggesting that the number of layoffs are trending lower. Housing data also was out. The sales of previously owned homes in the US rose to a new 14-year high in September. So housing seems to be really on a tear and adding and going from strength to strength. In terms of earnings, Intel got pounded in post-market trading, falling more than 10% as tepid forecast outweighed sales that matched estimates, and the company's data center chip business suffered a 10% decline in revenue. Third quarter profit, excluding some items, was at 1.11 a share, and sales came in at about 18.3 billion, down by about 4% from a year earlier. American and Southwest losses per share weren't as bad as estimated. American sees capacity down 50% this quarter. Southwest is in talks with Boeing to restructure its order book. In fact, Delta was up 7% and Southwest was up 5.2%. Airline executives said they are seeing tentative signs that consumers are traveling again, though the companies posted big losses in the third quarter. On the back of this, companies like Hilton and MGM also rose. Hilton was up 6.1%. MGM Resorts were up about 5.7%. Shares of AT&T rose by about 5.8% after the telecommunications company reported a third quarter loss that missed expectations but revenue that beat forecasts. It is also exploring sale of non-core assets and other businesses. Coca-Cola's comparable EPS topped consensus. Coca-Cola was up about 1.38%. Said it expects to see growth this year in China, even as its global sales continue to decline because of the closures of restaurants, bars, movie theaters, and sports stadiums around the world. Gucci still got it, even in quarantine. Kering sales beat as customers spent on Gucci and Bottega Veneta's branded products. Organic revenue fell only 1.2% compared with a drop of about 9.1% which was expected. Expectations were higher after LVMH reported a surprise rebound in sales last week. L'Oreal also had some surprises. Same-store sales unexpectedly rose 1.6%, beating a consensus of a negative 2.4% thanks to pent-up demand for makeup after months of lockdown. The recovery has been led by mainland China, where sales rose 21% in the first 9 months. Lastly, in terms of economic data, today would probably be the most important for this week. Market Economics will be releasing PMI numbers for Australia, the Eurozone, UK and the US. These are important reports because they measure the pace of growth in the service and manufacturing sectors and provide the most timely look at how these economies are doing. From these reports, we'll get to see how much of the rise in virus cases and tighter restrictions in the Eurozone and UK have curtailed activity in the month of October. By the same token, we'll also learn how relaxed restrictions in Australia supported the economy. That's the update. Stay safe and healthy. Have a lovely weekend, and I'll speak to you on Monday.